Hey, hi Jane. I see you're watching. Give me a thumbs up or let me know that you can hear me. Hey Jane. All right, I think we're good. Get started here in just a second. Let me grab my drink. No volume. Let's see. Jen says she can hear me. Jane says she can hear me. Mary, check your volume. It's so weird. My phone is very close to my desktop, and yet I'm zoomed out. I can see I can see a lot of stuff on my desk here. Okay, good. You can hear me, so I think I'm good. All right, Mary's good. Linda's here and she can hear me. Yay. Well, it is 6:30 on Tuesday, which means it's time for another episode of Tiger Stamp Club Live, where we make great cards. And I really have a great card for you tonight. And I'm only doing on Facebook tonight because we're having sound issues when I try and go both to Facebook and YouTube, and the sound is not good on either side. But it seems like it's okay if I do just Facebook. And I haven't really worked out how to stream to straight to YouTube. So we're going to just do with what I know. And I'm still working on trying to get a solution where I can go to both. But for right now, we'll just be on Facebook. All right, Jen, you're ready for me. Trying to think of any Stampin' Up! News. Now, if you're a demo, you know that pre-order went live today for the new catalog that's coming out. The August to December, I think is what it is. And there's just so much in this new catalog that I started to fill out some things, and then I'm thinking, but I'm rushing into it. Why rush into it? So I did not. I think I ordered there's some new sanding blocks that have come out. I put those in my order, and the new uninked ink spots. I put those in the order because the three that they have with colors already in them have already, I don't know if they've sold out, but I think they're unavailable. So I just decided, okay, I'm going to take a breath. I'm not going to rush into this. The catalog, it's got lots of Christmas stuff, which I'm excited about. Oh, I'm not in Tiger only. I'm in my personal. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I thought I started on Tiger Stamp Club. So I'm in my personal too. Well, that's all right. Everybody can watch tonight. That's the big news. You have until the 10th to order Paper Pumpkin. And if you order by the 10th, then you can get 25% off your very first kit. I know that is one, but let's just get right into it. I'm going to show you this card that we are going to work on tonight. This is using the brand new hot foiling system. And I don't know if you can see how shiny and shimmery this card is. But these butterflies are foiled, and then we're going to color them in using the masks that come with this set. And all of a sudden, I've forgotten, hold on. The bundle is called Butterfly Flight Hot Foil Dies, and they're a set of foiling dies and cutting dies, and we're going to use both. And they also come with, what did I do with them? Hold on, I'll find it. I have them all here. I have them all ready. But what did I do with it? I'll find it when I need it, hopefully. They're here somewhere. I will find them. They come with, maybe they're underneath here. Oh, here they are. They're white. They also come in this bundle, comes with a mask that you use to color in your butterflies. Whew. Now my heart is racing because I was like, where are they? And they were right there. I should know not to worry too much about it. So hold on. Before we get too far into it, I am going to bring over my hot foiling system, and this is it right here, and I'm going to plug it in. Hold on, I'm just going to go through these settings. So place a hot foil platform on the silicone mat. So this is the silicone mat. It keeps your surface from getting hot. And then you're going to plug in the power cord. I don't think I put this on yet. And so I've got my, let me find the end of my cord here. So I'm going to plug this in, and it's magnetic, so it just pops right in there. And when you first plug it in, you can see these lights flashing. So that was the second step. It says the platform beeps and all the lights briefly flash, and it takes about 6 minutes to heat up. And so in just a minute, it's going to be ready for me to add the dye here, and then we're going to when this gets ready, I'm going to put this on here, and it's going to heat up the dye, and then we'll go from there. So it takes about 6 minutes to heat up. Yes, this is different from the mink foiling system, Mary. It is an all, from what I'm understanding, the foiling systems prior to this had a heat plate that you kind of plugged your platform into, and you had to unplug it. This is all one inclusive set. So the heating plate is within this base system, and then after we get it all sandwiched together and ready to go, it all goes through our cut and dye machine perfectly. And since I did this last week, I've made a trip to Kansas City to see my grandson, and that's been on my mind. His 8th birthday, and his Gigi and I went up there and spent the day with him yesterday, and had so much fun. I just totally forgot how to do this whole thing. So that's why I'm going to go through this instructions. So while this is heating up, we are going to be using these 3 colors: Fresh Freesia, Cloud Cover, and Blackberry Bliss to color our butterflies after we get them foiled. Let's see if there's anything. Oh, yes, let me talk about our card base, which we will put together here in a minute. uses a sheet of paper from this Valley in Bloom DSP set. And we are using the one that I would normally say would be a scrapbooking page. This is half of it. And we're going to use one of the corners of this sheet for our card. So that is Valley in Bloom. And I really wanted to do this step by step so you could see how easy this is. I'm a little nervous about it because I haven't practiced it a lot. I should practice it more. But let me also show you, here is a package of gold foil. So if you decide to do this, you'll notice that when you order this, you get 2 rolls of this gold foil. And so I've already cut it, but it comes in this handy little package here. And then the butterfly flight dies has this foiling die, and it also has this cutting die. Hey, Nancy. So you're going to use the cutting dies just like we do every other die, but this is our foiling die. You'll see that it looks it's more solid. And then on the back, it is just solid there. So that's how it heats up. During the heating, approximately 6 minutes, the white timer button stays lit and the red light flashes. When the platform is ready to use, it beeps again and the red light stays solid and the white timer button flashes. So this will stay solid and this will start flashing. And that's when I put down my die on this plate. Okay? So that's what we're waiting on. Hi, Janice. Thanks for sharing, guys. As you guys all know, during tonight's live, if you make a comment like you guys are doing right now, your name goes into a drawing and you'll win this very beautiful card that we're making tonight. I will send it to you in the mail. If you share it, then if you share tonight's video, then your name goes in twice. Susan says, I got that stinking cute card. She was the winner from last week. She's saying she already knows who she's going to send it to. Thanks, Susan. And it was great seeing everybody at the crop. I saw Carol, and I saw Mary, and I saw Susan and Janice. So that was a lot of fun getting to talk to you guys. And I have 3 of my cards ready for August class because I had so much going on, and I was going to, by the way, Linda, I got your card, your beautiful card. Thank you very much for it. Linda Dovers. I was going to have surgery this past Monday, not yesterday, but the previous week, and I postponed it because my knee all of a sudden started feeling good and I could move, and I tried to play pickleball a couple of times very easily, and everything was fine. And my wife goes, why are you still having surgery if you can move and you feel good and you can play pickleball? It just beeped. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but the red light is red and the white light is blinking. That's our timer. So now it's time to put on my plate and put my foiling die on my plate. And so I'm going to hit this, and now it's going to start heating up my die. So that says place the die flat side down on the platform and press the white timer button. The platform beeps and the yellow light flashes. Yes, my yellow light is flashing. In approximately 1.5 minutes, the white timer button and the red light will stay lit. When it's ready, the platform beeps again and the green light turns on and all the lights will be lit, and we'll go on to step number 5, where we'll build our sandwich. Now, let me pull over my sandwich pieces, which are basically my foil, which I've already cut, and my cardstock that I'm going to foil onto, which is, they suggest using the Willow White 12 by 12 cardstock because it's smoother. And I haven't had all that much time to play with it, so I'm just taking their recommendation. So I'm using the Willow White cardstock tonight and my gold foil. When this tells me it's ready, I'm going to place my gold foil gold side down. Oh, it just says it's ready. So I am going to put this shiny side down, which is the gold foil side. And I'm going to be careful and make sure all my die is covered. And now I'm going to put my cardstock on top of it. Good. And then I'm going to put this green shim on top of everything. And then here is my spacer plate. It goes on top too. And that is my sandwich. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug this. And I'm going to run this whole thing through the cut and emboss machine. So very carefully, I'm going to come over here. And this fits perfectly in the cut and emboss machine. And when you run it through, it says to go slow. So I don't know about anybody else, but I am exaggeratingly going slow. I don't know how slow you're supposed to go, but when they tell me to go slow, I will go slow. Going very, very slow. Very, very slow. And then when I get done, I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put this back on the the mat there. I'm going to bring over scoot this over. And then this is a mat to hold your hot dies. And I'm just going to unstack here. Oh, and look, here's my cardstock. And then this is a little magnet piece to help you grab your hot die, and then you move it over to this little mat so it can cool off. And then let's see if I've done everything right. If I have, when I peel this off, I should have a nice foiled sheet of butterflies. Look at that. Look at that. Can you see all that shine there now? I mean, wow. Now, I know that there is another plate that's coming in the future where you can use this, hold on, I gotta put this down for a second, where you can use your leftover pieces and use the negative. So there are people that are already figuring out other ways, and good for them, but I am going to wait for the Stampin' Up solution because that's just how I am. You know, people are figuring out other ways how to do it. They're going off book, and that's great. And sometimes I'm on board with that, and sometimes I'm not. And this time I'm just going to wait and see. I've got a stack of these. Well, I will have a stack of these by the time they come along to use the negative. All right. Now that that's done, I am also going to be sorry, this is a little crazy for me because I'm just not used to doing it yet. So I'm also going to be doing this very same thing, and I'm going to do it off camera so I can get on with the rest of this card to get sentiments. But what I want to tell you about this Sweetly Sentimental Hot Foil dies is it's one die, as you can see here. I'm going to do it the exact same way, heat it up, and then make the sandwich, and then run it through the thing. And after you do that, then you get, I think it was 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 different sentiments out of this one die. Okay? So I'm going to move this over to the side. I'm going to plug it back in so it will heat up again. All over here. You guys don't need to see me do it again, do you? I'm going to let that heat up again so I can do that with the sentiments. And then in the meantime, I'm going to start working on coloring my butterflies. And for that, I need, oh my gosh. I know they're here somewhere. We've all seen them. Oh my gosh. You know, sometimes I can be super scattered, but not usually this bad. It's because they're white and my table over here on the side is white and I keep losing them. All right. So I'm just looking on. Okay. So here's a little notch. And this one says 1. This one says 2. This one says, oh, I can't, yeah, that says 3. And then this is for your bodies, which all our bodies are foiled in gray, so I don't need 4. So I'm going to put this over here out of the way. And I'm going to start with number 1. This was also when I did this, I was convinced that I need to use masks more because it was just too cool to get colors with. So I am going to just line this up, and I'm using this big one to line it up with, and making sure that all the butterflies are lined up. Now I've got a piece holding my cardstock in place, a piece of masking tape, and now I'm going to get a piece, making sure it's lined up again, and I'm going to put this here to hold my mask in place. And I am going to use my first color, which is Fresh Freesia. So mask number 1, and ink number 1 is Fresh Freesia. And so I am just going to dab over here and then just start coloring this in with my Fresh Freesia. And when I first started doing this, I was like, am I doing this right? You know, because I didn't really see much happening. But I just kept inking up my brush and applying color. Oh, and that thing just went off, so hold on. Let me put my die on. Now this is going to be my sentiment die that I'm putting on the platform. And I'm clicking the white button. While that is cooking over there, we're going to finish over here with our coloring. I know you might want to see that happen again, but I just don't know the best way to do it here, especially on a live broadcast. So I am just coloring this in, going back over until it's the depth of color that I want. And I'm starting to see the pinky pink color of Fresh Freezes show up. And so I'm happy with that. I'm going to lift this up, take this off, and I'm done with the very first. Now that doesn't look like much yet. So I'm going to put this over here. That's number 1. Now I'm going to make sure I have number 2, and I'm going to line it up. So there's a couple of different spots, like down here, I'm lining up the little tail end of this butterfly. And then I'm going to make sure that this little is lined up, and that's lined up, and that's lined up. So I think we're good there. And it just beeped at me, so I am going to build my oh, come on. Oh, here's my foil piece. I'm going to build my sandwich. Foil, shiny side down on the platform. I'm talking it through like you guys can see me. I've got my cardstock here, goes on next. I've got my it's all, I think that's all good. You know what? Now I'm unplugging it. I'm going to run it through the thing. I'm not sure I've done it all because I've got too much going, but we're going to try. We're going to see here in just a minute. Now I'm slowly, this is so silly. I'm slowly running it through. I'm now questioning whether I've done it in the right way. You know, it's just, I know this is going to be second nature here in just after using it a few times, but right now I am just not for sure. It looks like I've done it. So let's see if I peel off. I don't know why I was questioning myself. Look, I've got a little extra there. That's no problem because we're going to die cut all these apart. And then after I do, I have 11 really nicely foiled sentiments to use on cards. All right, so I'm so glad that worked. And I will show you when I die cut those apart, but let's finish this. So I'm done with this color. And I'm going to move on to cloud cover. I'm going to switch brushes. I'm done with this brush. This is a lot of material management. Which when I was a school teacher, I was very good. It's one of the things that just comes naturally to you after a time of being good at managing materials. Just making sure that we're lined up before I start applying color. All right, now I'm going to start applying color here. I'm pretty sure we're good. But I haven't taught school for 17 years, and I taught for 18 years, so it's been almost the same amount of not teaching as I've done teaching, doing this tech job that I'm doing. Anyway, all that to say, I'm not as good at managing materials as I once was. But I get it done. All right. Ooh, that moved. But I think I'm good. Okay, I'm just going to stop there with the cloud cover because that's enough blue. And then I'll make sure that I really adhere this third one. So that was fresh freesia, and that's cloud cover. I'm going to close that, get that out of my way. And then this one is going to be Blackberry Bliss. And it's the darkest of the colors. And I'm just lining this up again. Oh, it's moving here too. So let me make sure that that is down. I need this piece of, maybe I need a new piece of tape that way. All right, I'm gonna put that there. And now let's line these up. It really is worth all the time and trouble, I promise. Even though, you know, if I can make something look hard, I will. But it really isn't hard. Jen's done it. How many out there have already done it? And I'm just making sure every butterfly looks like it's lined up. So we're good there. We're good here. Looks like we're good here. Okay, I'm going to commit that. And I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to bring over my Blackberry Bliss. I'm going to get rid of this cloud cover brush, and we're going to go with Blackberry Bliss now. All right, and I'm going to start here. Ooh, this goes on really strongly, so a little dab will do ya. And it's right about now, I remember when I was doing this for the first time that I was questioning, okay, am I sure I'm using the right colors? Of course, this is a design from one of the artisans designers. Andrea Sargent is her name. I think she's Australian, maybe? Anyway, she has a very beautiful style. Look at all this ink here. All right, moment of truth. Let's peel this away. And close that. Let's see, how much do I have on my fingers? Not too bad. Oh, look at that. Let me get this out of the way. Look at that. Even when I was doubtful, look at that. I should have never doubted Andrea's color choices because I see the fresh freesia there. I see the cloud cover, the lighter blue, and then that dark accented Blackberry Bliss. So, so pretty. And I, what? Oh, um, I'm the. I was looking at the comments. The Toby Keith reference. What did I what did I say? Guys, remind me what I said. Look at that. Now it's so much prettier. I'm looking on the screen and what I see, it is so much prettier in person. So whoever gets this card, you are going to be amazed. I need a drink. Here's my Coke Zero. But what's going to be really amazing is when we cut this out. So I'm going to bring over my cut and emboss machine. And for tonight's class, I'm going to put this over here. I have brought out 2 brand new cutting plates. Look at that. Just for fun, because they were there and I'm like, you know what? I deserve some new cutting plates for class tonight. Every now and then I get tired of all the cracks in my plates, and I mean they work fine, but sometimes I just want some new plates. So this is also included in this bundle. These are the cutting dies. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line these up. Let me get some tape because I'm going to make sure. If I was smart, I would have gotten my magnetic plate, but I didn't. I wanted to use the new cutting plates. And I'm just making sure that these are all nice and lined up before I actually cut them. And guys, thanks for sticking with me while I've only done this one other time and I was so wowed by it. I was like, I've got to show my people, but I haven't practiced enough. But, you guys understand. All right, let's cut this out and see how I've done. I'm going to run this through. Yep, brand new thing, Susan. And I was kind of on the fence because it is a pricey item, this hot foiling system. Why am I going slow? I don't need to go slow on this. Oh, you guys in class, if you see me cutting out slowly, you'll know why. I was kind of on the fence because it is a pricey item, but once I have started using it, I'm like, okay, I get it. Let me take this off, if I can get this tape off, and we'll take a look at what we've got here. I'm kind of covering it up until we can all look at it at once. Look at that! I mean, if you were on the fence about it, be on the fence no more. Look at those beautiful butterflies that we've foiled and we've colored with the masks. They've just given us everything we need to make these beautiful, beautiful accents, elements to put on our card to send to somebody we love. I mean, I can't get over it. All right. Oh, good, good once as I ever was. Yeah. Yes. So, oh, I don't need to put them on there. Actually, while my die cutting machine. So those are those beautiful butterflies, and you can see the foiling wasn't hard, even though I made it look hard. It's not. I'm more nervous than it being hard. But before I go on, I'm going to put these here. We have now got 5 beautiful butterflies, and we're going to use 3 of them on the front of our card. But I did want to bring this over. Here are our sentiments. So I foiled it just exactly like I did the butterflies. Look, my brand new die, my plate now has cuts in it. But that's fine. That's pretty the way that is. But I'm getting ready to mess it up again. So what's cool about this is you have one die, one foil, one time through the foil thing, and now we're going to cut it using the cutting die. And you see these 2 little foiled squares? Those are alignment squares that will help you get it all lined up so that you know that it's going to come out well. So I am going to line those squares up in those little square holes right there. Take a quick look to make sure everything looks good and lined up. And did I even go over what these say? Happy birthday, cheers to you, sending hugs, just a little hello. Here's to another year. Have a lovely day. I'm so lucky to have you. Here's to a lifetime of happiness. Thank you. Sending bunches of love, and my heart is with you. So many good occasions covered in this set. And I'm just making sure. I should just trust those squares, shouldn't I? Just do it, Manny. I am going to tape it into place so it doesn't move when I send it through. Hopefully we'll be just as good as we were when we did the butterflies. And I mean, how easy is it to foil this once, cut it once, and you have 11, what did I knock over? 11 foiled sentiments to use on cards. So we're going to use 1. That means I have 10 extra ones ready to go. I'm just going to tear this off. And there are our sentiments. And I am going to use the happy birthday one. So here it is. I'm going to set it over here. And you can just see all these extras now that I have. Some of them in interesting shapes. Here's one that's diagonal. Here's one that's flagged. So nice to have this little stockpile of foiled sentiments to use. And I can just keep that in my little cup that I have right over here. Let me show you. With some extra little pieces that I've saved. I'm going to put those in there. And I can grab those whenever I want to have a foiled sentiment that's already done. All right, I'm going to get this out of my way. And now we can concentrate on making the cards. So in the comments, let me know what you think about these butterflies, these foiled butterflies, about the sentiment, about the whole foiling system. Like I said before, I was very much on the fence because you know, you have to think about what you're spending nowadays, or at least you should. You should, because things are pricey everywhere. But I'm so glad I got these. I can just see me using it a lot. All right, let's talk about the card components that we're going to use today. So we've got our foiled butterflies. We've got our foiled sentiments. Also in that die set, let me show you, is this double butterfly die. It's in the regular die set. So I just cut a few out. I cut it out twice. So I have 4 of them. I'm going to be using 3 of them on the front of my card. And I'm going to use those as my bling, my accents. So I like that I don't have to buy anything extra to use because we've got enough shimmer and shine with our butterflies. And now I'm wondering who's going to win this fabulous card. All right. My card example that I showed you has all the greenery on this side. Now this one has it on this side, and I just don't think it matters, you know. And I cut it to full card front size. So it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I am going to glue this to the card front. Again, the DSP is called Valley in Bloom. And when I do this, I stand it up and press it on all the sides to make sure it's nice and even. There we go. And there is our card front. Now, here is another piece of DSP from that same Valley in Bloom set. And this is, I forget, 2 3/4 by 4 3/8. 2 3/4 by 4 3/8. And we're going to mat that on a piece that's 2 1/2. I think it's 2 1/2. By, oh no, it's 4 1/2. So it's 2 7/8. 2 7/8 by 4 1/2. And we're going to mat that together, layer that together. So that our beautiful butterflies don't have to compete with all that busyness of the DSP. And it's going to be a very thin border that we're matting onto. And that's going to go there. And I'm just looking to see. Okay, I did that flat because I am going to fluff up the butterflies. Although, you know, once you put it in the envelope, it will go flat again. But I like fluffing up the wings of the butterflies. And then this is just going to go center on here. Little spot there I'm going to get rid of. There we go. That is great. And now this big, beautiful foiled butterfly is going to take center stage here. And then this one is going to go here. And then this one is going to go down here. So I'm just going to lay them out so I can get an idea of the spacing. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that, I mean, that is so pretty. Oh, Jen, awesome. She foiled and colored right along with me because she, of course, knew she wanted she wanted it as well. Now, oh, I think I used glue dots. So I am going to pick up a glue dot there, and then another one there. Did I pick up two? Okay, so I just picked up 2 glue dots on this butterfly, and I'm doing the top and the bottom so I can get the spacing of those first, and then I can adjust the middle up or down as I need to. All right, I'm going to press that in like that. And as I do, I'm just going to use my thumb and fingers to fluff up the wings a little bit to give them a little bit of lift on either side. There we go. Now that's flying off. And now we're going to do the same thing with this bottom one. And I am going to find my glue dot on my tape here, and then I'm just going to press on it and pull it off. That's just the easiest way for me to get that glue dot right where I want it. Press and pull. And now I might shape this one while it's off, just to see if that works any better. It should. Bend and shape. And then make sure my card is straight. I'm going to use my grid to do that. And then make sure I'm getting it as close to the same spacing as the other. Now I'm going to press those, fluff those up a little bit, fluff that up again. And now I can do this middle one, and then I can adjust the space in between so it's nice and even. And I'm sorry I'm not paying too much attention to too many comments because I'm concentrating so hard on doing this new thing. And I'm going to do 3. All right. Yep, I got all 3 pretty much right in the area that I want. I could use my bone folder to do this bigger one, but I'm just going to quickly do it. Okay, straighten your card again. Adjust in between. There, that looks good to me. There we go. We've got butterfly wings that are flying, or at least getting ready to fly. Look at this card. And with that beautiful DSP in the background, those lilies of the valleys, we've toned down the busyness right behind our butterflies to make that our focus right there. But we still have all that beautiful greenery in the background. And now I'm going to let's see, what did I do? Yes, I did. Okay, so I was just checking to make sure to see if I popped this up. And our birthday greeting is going to go right here. And I did pop those up with some mini dimensionals. Let me find them. I'm going to bring them over. And I think I did cut them in half. So the easiest way to cut these mini dimensionals in half is to do it while they're in place in the thing. So I'm going to use my snips, or I forget what they call these now that they've changed manufacturers. They call these snip something else. So now I have to get used to calling them something else. Do you know, Nancy, what they're calling these scissors now? All right. Once you cut these in half, they're just the perfect size to put on these little skinny sentiments. Or Jen, do you know what they're calling the new paper snips? They're calling them something else. They're not calling them scissors because, of course, Stampin' Up! Has to call them something different. They're not calling them snips because that's what the old manufacturer, we called them with the old manufacturer. It's something pretty simple. All right, straighten your card on your grid. Line this up. Oh my, so much shiny gold on this card. It's just beautiful. Look at that. Who do you know that would love this glitzy gold birthday card? All right, now to just add a little bit of extra, we're going to put about 3 of these butterflies on. And where did I cut? I think I need to cut some more half ones. Well, I grabbed all of them. So I'm going to use all of them. The only bad thing about it is when I get down to this little bit of business, then I have a hard time. This just fell out of my cut and embossment, my take your pick tool, but I'm going to just use the end here. When it gets down to these little things, it's hard on my fingers to be really accurate. So I need this tool to help me out. Now I'm going to take that backing off. Oh, come on, Manny. I can't even hold the butterfly. There's that. Okay, that's off. So I'm going to place this first one right about here. That's a big piece. So let's get some more of these little pieces here. They all come off again. So I'm going to use my little tool to help me place them if I can get them. Maybe I can put this one like that. That works. That way I can only have to use one. Take the backing off, and then this one can go let's see. Yeah. I don't want to do too much of that white on white, but I should have put this one over here. Let's see if I can do that. You know what? I didn't take the backing off this piece, so maybe this will still work. I'm going to put it this way on this one since most of the busyness is over here. And this shows up better right there than it does over here on this side. All right, one more, and then we'll be pretty much done with this beautiful, beautiful card. At least I think it's pretty. What do you guys think? I would be making sure my name was in twice for this pretty card. Sometimes those backings are so hard to get off. So, guys, let me know what you think, yay or nay, on the hot foiling system. So, Gloria told me, like I was saying earlier, that in the older foiling systems, like from other companies, that the hot plate was something that you plugged into and then you had to unplug to get it out. And sometimes that caused, movement issues when you were doing that. So this system, it's all one encapsulated system unit, so you don't have to plug and unplug. And when you're ready to go through the cut and emboss machine, then it all goes through. So that's cool. Look at that beautiful, beautiful birthday card. Do you guys like that? Hey, Dina. Oh, 105 degrees in Smithville, Texas. Man, it's much better to be inside crafting on a day like that. All right, so I have these extra butterflies here, and I'm going to for sure take this one and put it on the inside because we don't want it to go to waste. And of course, I'll find something to do with this other beautiful butterfly. This is going to go on the inside right here. And in no time at all, really no time at all. I mean, when you think that we have foiled, colored, die cut, and placed these beautiful butterflies on this beautiful card, I am in love with this new foiling system. So I know it's going to be an issue for in-person classes because of the timing that it takes to heat up and everything. Hopefully, I'll figure something out. We'll figure out a way to include it in our in-person classes, but I'll definitely be doing more of it on our lives because this shimmer and shine needs to happen on cards. All right, guys, thanks for being here. I'm not the most elegant person on these online classes. Other demonstrators I know seem just so poised and everything, but that's not me. That's not why you guys love me, right? You're here for my laugh and my fun. But we do get beautiful cards made. And this one, I think, is fantastic. And I did it. We did. I demonstrated the foiling system. I love it. All right. So this card will be going out to one of you in the mail tomorrow. I will be going through the comments and making note of who has commented. If you've shared, I'll put your name in twice, and I'll get this in the mail to you so that you can get it into the mail to someone you love. Here is a reminder of the foiling dies that we used tonight. We use this Butterfly Flight hot foil dies. It is a combination of foiling and cutting dies, and then the Sweetly Sentimental hot foil dies. So you have one die, one foil, and you get 11 foiled sentiments to use on your cards. So there, oh, I forgot. I can't forget this ribbon that I've already got pre-tied. It is going to go here. And I think I'm going to put it on the plainer side this time. And it's going to sneak in behind the wings of this blue. I almost forgot. It was only until I grabbed the example that I made that I saw that I had forgotten that. So let me just grab a couple more glue dots to hold this into place. We'll slip this in here. At least I had it pre-tied. To add even more glitz to our card. And let me just trim this up. There we go. All finished now. Look at this beautiful birthday card. Ready to go to someone tonight to help them make someone feel special that they love. All right. Oh, I think I'm done. I can go finish my drink, my Coke Zero. And thanks for being here, guys. I will see you. Man, it just takes no time at all to make a super mess. But look at this beautiful outcome that we have. All right, that's enough jibber jabber from me. Good luck, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. One of you tonight's going to win this beautiful card. I'll get it in the mail to you tomorrow. Good luck. Tweezers are good. You know, Gloria, you always tell me that, and I never do it. Because, okay, let me see if do I have them where they should be? Oh, they're right. Oh, no. Yeah, they're just, I don't know. They're hard because I never remember that I have to squeeze to let go and that I don't have to do anything anyway. I'm always trying to do the opposite. Maybe next time I'll try tweezers. Tweezers would be good. Good idea. All right, that's enough. I will see you next time for another great card. Thanks for being here, guys. Bye.